Your habits shape your identity. Your identity shapes your habits. And the seed of every habit is a single tiny decision. That's why today in this video we are going to talk about 5 simple habits to improve your English. Hello my dear learners, welcome to Skillfident with your mentor Namita. I know speaking in English is an everyday task, and for that you need to develop some habits. The habits which will transform you into a very good and fluent English speaker. So stay with me for the next few minutes and wait for the last habit, because it is an answer to a lot of your queries, because it is the most fruitful habit that you can develop. So the first habit that you need to develop is starting small. You have to take the first step, which is not a very big one. Don't accumulate a lot of tasks for yourself. Okay, I'll learn vocabulary. Okay, I'll learn phrases. Okay, I'll do grammar. No. Start small. Take baby steps, like talking about your daily activities in shorter sentences. Something like getting ready in the morning. You can talk about it in small sentences, not very complicated ones. Start talking about your everyday activities in English. Speak it out loud. You're going for a walk, talk about it. Let me put on my shoes. I'll go for a walk. I have to complete my 10,000 steps today. Something like this. Or watering plants. I think my plants need some more water today. It is very hot outside, so let me just go water my plants. The indoor ones need less water. The outdoor ones require more. Anything, whichever you are investing your time into, like cooking yourself a meal. Let me cook something very simple for myself. Let me not cook proper chapatis and a sabzi and all of that. I'll just manage with this sandwich. So let me chop a few vegetables. I like cucumber, tomatoes, onions with some ketchup. So start talking about your activities in shorter sentences out loud. Take this baby step and then you'll realize that your English has already started to improve. I know that you have been working on your English from past many years, but still you don't see good enough results. There is a reason behind it. You have not worked on gaining knowledge in English, which brings me to my second point. Start working on gaining more knowledge in English. Aren't you very curious about learning new things in your surroundings, something from your environment? Is it all about just working on English, just learning vocabulary words, just understanding grammar, just speaking in English fluently? What about rest of the activities, rest of the skills that you need to develop? What about enhancing your knowledge? You have to sharpen this brain as well. So now what you have to do, you have to develop this habit of learning something new in English. Like talking about today's topic only, how to develop habits. Start knowing more about this, how actually to develop habits. There is a thing called 21-day rule. When you do something for 21 days, it becomes a part of your routine of your life. So read more about it, learn more about it, Google it and read whatever comes in front of you. That can be a good topic. That is a good way of enhancing your knowledge. You can work on learning more about law of attraction, how actually law of attraction works. There is a book called The Secret, which is all about the law of attraction. Start learning more about it. How to be mentally strong. This is something which we all need to learn and work on. So gain more knowledge about mental strength. No matter which age group you are, which area of life you're in, what is your background, you need to be mentally strong. So work on different areas. Learn more about how to start meditation at home. If we don't go to an ashram, if we just want to do it ourselves, which is the simplest way to start meditating. So these are few things which you can gain more knowledge about. You can learn more about it. So read books, content, articles related to it every day. So what you have to do is you have to develop this habit of enhancing your knowledge while working on your English. Now, the third habit that you must develop is of keeping a dictionary by your side. If you are at home, it should be by your side. If you're going outside, keep a pocket dictionary, or you always have your phone. I know that all of you are more fond of technology than the real flavors of life. So whatever suits you the best, make sure that you have a dictionary always with you. But you are not supposed to use the bilingual dictionary. Bilingual means the one which translates the words into your language, from English to your language. It can be Hindi or whichever your mother tongue is. Use English to English dictionary. What it does is, if there is a complicated word, it simplifies it into simple English. So when you look for the meaning of a complicated word into simple English, you enhance your vocabulary and you get to see some sentences also. So it's an overall development of your English skills. Start looking for the meaning of words in English. Don't just leave a word. Make sure that you find the meaning so that you can remember and recall it for the future use. Now what am I going to do is, I'm going to give you 4 words. You have to look for their meanings and then try to find the meaning, and after that create 2 sentences each from your own. So now when you're clear about the meaning, you can use that word and make some sentences, simple sentences. So the first word is lucrative. The second one is tarnish. The third one is culpable. And the fourth one is sabotage. So look for the meanings of these words. Try to imbibe the meaning. Try to repeat the word and the meaning 4-5 times till you feel that yes, now it is imprinted in my mind. I can use it in future while communicating, and then create 2 sentences, because once you have used that word into your sentence, there are less chances that you're going to forget it. Now what actually is happening is that you're always looking for partners to speak in English with. You're always looking for somebody who you can talk to. Now what you have to do, which is my 4th point, is you have to develop this habit of talking to yourself. If you don't have this comfortable relationship with yourself, then imagine how can you be comfortable talking to other people. Develop the habit of self-talk. Start talking to yourself out loud. Talk about everything that you see in your surroundings right now. Right now, pause this phone and whatever you can see around yourself, just describe that thing in your own sentences, in your own words. If there is a door, talk about it. It's made of wood, there is a handle, there is a lock. Look at the window, there are curtains, there are some decorative items, you can see some books, there is an almirah, there is a side table. Whatever you see, talk about those things. And from my end, I'm going to give you 2 topics. You have to first of all research a bit about those things and then give a speech to yourself. Monologue, as I say. Talk about these 2 topics with yourself. The first one is benefits of spending time in nature. Why do you think it's important for every human being to spend some time in nature? Going for long walks, walking barefoot on the grass, just sitting where there is a lot of greenery, flowers, trees. Why do you think it's beneficial? If you have no idea about it, Google it, read about it, and then whatever you can recall, talk about those things with yourself. The second topic is, how is technology actually making us lazy? First of all, let me ask you, do you think that technology is making us lazy? We are all becoming couch potatoes, doing nothing, sitting in front of screen, ordering food, doing shopping, whatever is this, watching series, spending time on YouTube. We hardly go out. We don't spend time in the real world. It's the virtual world which keeps us engrossed. So read more about it, and if you had no idea about it, then I think this is high time that you realize that this technology is actually making us lazy. It does have some dark side. So just talk about it, give yourself a few minutes and speak about these 2 topics. So this habit is very important, that you start talking to yourself. Well, I know that you love your phone and you love spending time in front of your phone screen, scrolling through different reels, watching YouTube videos, and your attention span is really hampered. You cannot really watch a learning content which is beyond a few seconds. But you have to go for some phone detox and do something which I'm going to tell you. The fifth and the last habit is you have to start reading English books. It is very important that we just switch off our phones and TVs for some time. As I told you that this technology is doing more harm than benefits to all of us. Reading books is something which our ancestors always did, and they could speak good English even without watching YouTube videos, thanks to these books. Now you keep asking me what kind of books are we supposed to read. I'm going to share some books, but promise me that you're going to read these books consistently, religiously. Make sure that you're sitting every single day. If you can do it at the same time, like if you fix the morning time, you're going to read in the morning. If it is afternoon for you, evening, bedtime, but you're going to tell yourself that you'll read at least 10 pages, half an hour, or one chapter, whichever is best suited to your capabilities, you'll do that. You have to develop this habit of reading books. Now, there are some wonderful books out there, but since we are talking about developing habits, the first book that I'll recommend is Atomic Habits. Now you have to read Atomic Habits, which is by James Clear. Everybody talks about it, everybody recommends it. It's a very, very nice book. You can try reading this book. You will get to know how important it is to develop good habits, how our identity is shaped up by our habits. Now there's a very nice book by Dale Carnegie. It's a book called How to Stop Worrying and Start Living. You can read this book also. It's a very nice book. I think all of us who are overthinkers and who just spend a lot of time with our negative thoughts need this book. Now here is a beautiful book for all the people out there. It is Men Are From Mars and Women Are From Venus. This book is important for everybody to understand two different genders and when they have to actually stay together, what are the issues that they face. So this is a book by John Gray. Don't worry, I'll list all the books in the description box. You can go read the names and the authors. It's a very nice book. The last book is The Power of Your Subconscious Mind, and it's a very, very nice book. I think we all need to understand this power. The book is by Joseph Mercy, and the way our subconscious mind shapes our entire personality is something which everybody needs to know, understand, and learn. So these are few books which I have recommended. Otherwise, you can just read anything, any book, anything which you are interested in. Develop these 5 habits and see your English improving every single day. Give yourself 21 days because 21 days is the least time period that you can give yourself to actually form a habit. Please understand that it's your habits which are going to take you where you actually want to go. So on this positive note, I'm going to end this video. Keep shaping up your habits and keep working on your English. I'll see you in my next video. Till then, take care of yourself. Bye-bye for now.